Just throw it on the ground, I suppose.
Yeah.
So, it's been a while. We've been away for a bit, but with more cars than ever, it's time for season 2 of 427 Motorsports. With more things going wrong, more cool cars, and more of us making bollockses of ourselves.
Yeah.
Cue the intro. So we'll begin with a little bit of a recap as to what we've been up to since we've been off the air, because we haven't just been sitting about picking our holes. We have been actually kind of busy.
We've been picking our holes too.
We've definitely been picking our holes. Oh, my hole is so clean now. So yeah, basically what happened is I got a job, which meant then time went. But also meant budget went. Which means we've invested in some equipment, which is why you can hear us quite well now.
Yeah.
And I'll be able to do more videos by myself. Connor will be able to do more videos by himself. Now we've actually gotten back into the swing of working on cars again. It's time to show you guys, well, us working on cars, I suppose. The biggest project both of us are tackling, well, the biggest project any of us are tackling, I suppose, is this one on the Did you just steal a magnet as a pointer? That's quite effective.
Perhaps. It is quite effective. Straight back in with the Alan Partridge.
So yes, the biggest project any of us are facing right now is the TDI conversion on Veronica. Now, if you remember correctly in our video, or for me it was a long time ago, but for you, you might have just watched it literally like 10 minutes ago. I have no idea.
Yeah.
Although a lot of people are watching it, so people must be interested in this heap of... Because where we left off, I was telling you about how much bodywork we had to do. And needless to say, I estimated, oh, it'll be done in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, that was ambitious.
That was very ambitious, because we are now about 3 months in. 3 months, give or take. We're still not finished. She's still on the spit. But come on and we'll show you where we are so far. So we're going freehand here now. Connor has the camera, so come on around. Now, as you might recognize from the last video, it's the other way around. We're just going to give you a quick overview of everything that's been going on, because we're going to do full videos on it, but there's so much to talk about. We're going to have to do separate videos. But anyway, come on. So as you can see, we now have 2 full floors.
Very nice.
Yes, beautifully done by my brother Chris. The things he can do with a welder are absolutely mind-blowing. And like this isn't even finished yet, but it's smooth enough to run your hand over. And see, whenever this is undersealed and protected and all, you will never know that this has had any work done to it. It's going to look factory fresh. But I suppose that's the downside to work like this, in that you're putting all this time into doing something, and then it's to make it look like you haven't done anything.
Yeah, that is the curse of restoration, really, isn't it?
Pretty much. I mean, like, you'll get people who spend ages modifying their cars to look cool, and you get something out of it, and you can tell something's been done. This is literally just going to look like as good as something you could have went out and bought and had a better car in the first place, you know? Yeah, but we'll not dwell on that too much. As you can see, I stripped it all back to bare, and then I treated and painted everything. And then the stuff that I thought was pretty good, Chris said, that's rubbish, you're not keeping that. That'll just disintegrate. So he cut out the other floor. I was originally only going to do 1 floor, turned it into 2. And then I had to get a patch for back here. And then there's more rot down there that we can't even do because it's on the spit and it's dangerous. So I'll have to do it off the spit. It's so much work. Now, it's going to be done. And if anything, the delay in this video and the last video will tell you guys that, you know, just because you've seen Mighty Car Mods or whoever do a huge build in like a week, that's not realistic for your average Joe in the garage. And don't feel ashamed because you're watching everybody else do these builds in like no time at all. I mean, everybody gets there eventually. As long as you get to the same destination, it doesn't matter how long you get there. I mean, Connor drives old Mercs and it takes him way longer to get anywhere than we do. Like, so
weeks sometimes.
Oh, that's it. But we don't hold it against them. So, you know, just if you're doing a project, just stick it out. You have to put up with this unfun, crappy, miserable part to get to doing the fun stuff, which is over here.
I just want to point out that we lifted this shell in here by hand.
That's right. There's still footage.
That took edit the footage in. That took a lot of us.
That took, yeah. Imagine lifting a whole car by yourself. I mean, yeah, I mean, we did it with the bubble car. Like, but this is obviously a bit of a different situation.
Yeah.
But anyway, to the fun stuff I was talking about, shiny engine. So this is the TDI that's going into this car, and I've spent quite a bit of time stripping it down and making it all pretty and nice. There's obviously a lot more stuff to do on it, but that will all be covered in the TDI conversion series, which will hopefully resume as soon as this floor is done. I'm not even going to give an estimate on how long it's going to take. I did that before, and it's like 3 months in now, so let's just leave it at that, shall we?
Yeah.
But let's quickly move on to the next car, because we still have to go to Connor's house after this and talk about more stuff. But at least yours is all cool. Mine's kind of just he bought another one of those, really.
Mine's a little bit like that at the minute.
Yes, it's entirely like that. Fair enough. Over here, we finally have Debbie back on the road. Now, I did do a video talking about Debbie and what she was and so on, but now she is through the test and actually road legal. And she lasted a week and I've already taken her apart again.
Yeah.
So as you can see, we're in the process of fitting an intercooler. This is from the Skoda Octavia we have in the yard, but it really doesn't want to be there. But we're going to make it be there. So I'm going to be relocating my expansion bottle, changing the water bottle. And I know people are going to say there's so many easier ways to do this, but this is the cheap way.
You're nothing if not cheap.
Here. You got to do it on a budget. How many people are out there making crazy builds on Facebook and YouTube and all that? I'm all about what can you build in your yard with crap you have laying around from other cars. That's what I'm all about, hence all the crappy wiring. So yeah, Debbie's back on the road and we're going to put an intercooler on her and have her running good. Now, I will go into more detail about her soon, but she's back and that's what matters. And we've already taken her to Derry to buy another car.
Yes,
so we know she's dependable, but that car is still going to be a secret, and you'll have to tune in next time because it's not actually at your house at the minute.
No, it's not.
We bought a car that's actually on the road.
It's incredible. I think it's the first time
since we started doing videos anyway.
Yeah.
Well, I'll have to show you this as well. Some of the guys in work thought it'd be a very funny prank to put a fake number plate on the back of my car. You can work that one out yourself. I'm not going to explain it. There might be younger viewers. But needless to say, we didn't notice, and we drove this car with this plate on, a 2014 plate, never mind anything else, all the way to Derry from Armagh. Thanks, guys. Now, an update on Imogen. There's nothing. She's just been good and dependable. Literally the only mod that I've done since is break the radiator. I did a coolant delete.
Subarus famously don't need coolant at all, do they?
Shut your mouth. And I put in some pink silicone hoses just to try and bump up the reliability a bit.
Just to make it a bit more masculine.
In doing... Rude. You can be masculine and feminine. It's 2021. People are apparently allowed to do what they want now. So shut up. I put in... Oh, that's still hot. We broke the radiator basically whenever we were changing the hoses.
That was a simple coolant flush, wasn't it?
Yep.
Or it should have been.
It should have been a nice simple change the coolant, change the hoses, drive forever. Didn't happen. Days this car was off the road as we tried to fix it and make a solution for it. And I have a brand new radiator for it and I still haven't fitted it yet, so I really need to get around to doing that. But they need that blue car back on the road before I can start messing about with this one. So
yeah, you need one.
I need at least one working car. So, on to the latest latest member of my fleet.
Yeah.
But not the latest member of our fleet.
Yes.
As of, how many days ago? When did we get the newest acquisition?
3.
3 days ago?
It's been 3 days.
So, up until 3 days ago, this was our newest acquisition. And you may notice, this is a lovely colour of yellow. Yes? Say yes,
It's
Connor.
a colour of yellow. Yes. It's certainly yellow.
This colour of yellow. Say hello to our latest, well, my latest purchase. This is Isabel. Why did I buy this, you ask?
Why did you buy this?
I asked myself the same question. I do not know. Honestly, what happened was I couldn't decide whether to paint Debbie baby blue or yellow. So then a yellow one came up for sale and I bought it. and that answered the question. And that was literally it. So,
This one came from Derry as well, didn't it?
This one came from Derry as well, except didn't drive home. So we have a few wee jobs to do on this to get it road legal, but I'll do a full overview video of this. But look at it. Isn't it cool?
And this one is unique for you as well,
Why is this one unique for me?
because I think it's the only one you have with a carburetor.
Yes. No, this is the only car I've ever owned.
That's
with
what
a
I mean,
carburetor,
yeah.
full stop.
Yeah,
So if you're a lovely Mercs or anything to go by, I'm in for a world of fun.
I love carburetors.
Carburetors don't love you, Connor.
No, they don't.
They never have. They never will.
They might.
They won't.
If I throw enough money at them.
So we've also moved Lara from her shell in the corner. Shell was a poor choice of words considering circumstances. We moved Lara from her corner and she's going to be started on soon as well.
They say the colours red and yellow together make you hungry.
Do they? Is that McDonald's fault? Yeah. Are you hungry?
Yeah.
I'm a wee bit hungry too, actually. Fair enough. Maybe that's what it is. Just looking at the GTI makes me hungry for power. But
Is that because you have none while you're driving it, or?
it was fast at one point, I'm sure, back in '89 when this one was made. But yeah, so those who don't know, Lara was my first car and will eventually be rebuilt again. That's a long story in itself, so we'll worry about that when it comes to it. But I think that's basically the full update of everything that's been going on my end. So if we teleport to Connor's house.
I haven't seen Wayne's World.
There you go.
We've teleported to my house.
Funny, we teleported and I still wound up needing petrol. Go figure.
Subaru life.
Yeah. You know what I saw on the way here actually, which I didn't know existed anymore? Like I thought there just weren't any. Mercedes M-Class, the original one.
ML.
ML, famously voted as one of the ugliest cars ever made.
Was it the green one?
Yeah, it was like a dark green.
Belongs to my neighbour over there.
Why did you let him do that?
Let me go back 20 years and stop him from buying it, okay?
He's had it that long.
He must have had it from new, yeah.
Jesus, poor bastard. When did his eyesight start to go?
20 years ago.
Ah, right, fair enough. Funny, Shay's ma had one and we would have been FIFA 06 we would have played, so that's how long ago that was.
15 years.
We would have been 9. And even then I knew that was one ugly car. I actually said it to him. But anyway, so let's talk about you.
What do you want to know?
Well, what are you standing next to, buddy?
Fiat 500.
Where?
Where?
I don't see a Fiat 500.
Do you not?
No. Tell us about your love-hate relationship with this car. Tell us the first bit of news about it. Jesus, Connor. Present.
Well, the first bit of news, as anybody listening to the podcast would know, is that it's back on the road. £800 worth of work later.
£800 worth of work.
I like cars, but I don't like £800 car.
Yeah, so what did you get done?
So this had its timing belt, which is what it needed mostly. It needed a timing belt because it was overdue. It had discs all around. It had pads all around. I think no, it didn't have a. Did it have fuck? It might have had calipers.
Calipers? Seriously? How old is this car? It's 4 years old.
4 years old.
What are you doing behind calipers? Big beefy Abarthy ones?
Big Italian rust bucket.
Oof.
Yeah. What else did it have?
Well, there's bound to be another 600 odd quid's worth of work to it because, like, no harm. But that is not sounding like 800 quid's worth of work.
No, that's it. That's 800 quid. They're notoriously bad to do timing belts on because there's no room to work.
Jesus. Oof.
But there you go. That's on the road now. It needs tyres.
So that's your daily?
Yeah, at the
How do
minute.
you feel going from Mercedes to Abarth? It's actually so dark here and we're in the shadows. What we do in the shadows is make YouTube videos.
It's a bit quicker, but it's not. Oh, I don't know. It's not as nice.
Well, it's in Abarth. What do you expect?
Yeah.
Well, anyway, you're full of joy here, so let's go and talk about something a bit better.
Oh, let me tell you about brake failure.
Oh boy, so this is today's anecdote of the 123 Mercedes.
123 still hasn't really progressed very much, but it's been used around here, around the back roads, and
Legally.
yeah, and yeah, rock got to one of the brake lines and it just pissed it all out.
Seriously?
Under pressure, like Queen might have said, or David Bowie.
So really it was under pressure and then it was crumbling down on you, really, is what happened?
Yes.
Kind of like your windscreen scuttle there.
Yes.
Oof.
The whole thing is crumbling down.
Oh,
But-
show us. Please show us.
Well, the actual line that's gone is underneath there. But
Floors. No, it's not even. It's like protective cover over the
yeah,
floor. So you don't know it's rotten?
yeah.
Go.
So more accurately, it actually pissed out half of its brake fluid because it has dual circuit brakes. So if you look here,
What is that wizardry?
that's basically just splitting your brakes into two so that when half of it goes, the other half doesn't go and you're not stuck.
So it's got
So
like
there's
what, two
actually-
reservoirs?
There's like 2 reservoirs in one.
Nice.
So actually there's brake fluid in there for half the brakes, but not for the other half. You can see just there, it's not there, but it is here.
Oh, aye.
Wizard.
What?
It's good, isn't it?
It's...
So I just drove it back on it.
and he's still driving about on half brakes?
No, I've parked it now. I'll get it sorted, but, well, somebody will get it sorted.
I get the feeling our Chris will be sorting it, like.
Well, I want him to do the whole thing. Does he know that yet? He doesn't, does he? He thinks he's going to do something else.
He thinks he's going to do just the 124. I haven't broken his heart yet with the... Oh, by the way, you're basically going to be Connor's full-time mechanic for the next foreseeable future.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, well, that's the 123. We have some really, really bad news to share with people, and it's over in the corner. Let's go.
We're not going to talk about ball joint failure. We're going to keep ball joint failure right out of it.
So, Connor, what happened here?
Ball joint failure.
I do believe that's what you call an oof. So go on. Oh, my knees. I'm old before my time. Right. tell us
Anybody
the
who
story.
knows anything small about a 124 series Mercedes knows.
I think that's a bit of a broad statement now, buddy.
Anybody who's anybody knows that these cars are prone to ball joint failure.
What a load of balls. It was going to happen. I'm going to have to sit down because my hoop is sore.
And you see the problem with this car is it's terminally rotten.
Terminally. That was a nice sound.
Yeah. It's got rot in low places.
Oh,
That was repaired.
by who? Tell us the story.
So what
I
happens
mean-
is your wheel comes out like that. Usually it takes a lot more of your wing with it. So actually I was lucky here.
Oh, aye. Lucky.
Especially considering
That good wing.
how solid this wing is.
That really good wing. I'm glad you saved it. That would have done for another car. There's probably some guy in Zimbabwe crying out for a good wing, and
And there it was.
there it is.
There it was.
So how did you get it home? Because obviously it's a mobile when this happens.
Yeah, well, luckily enough, it happened probably about a mile up that lane. And so what we did was we got the JCB and we put a strap round the chassis leg in there. And because of course you can't wheel it anywhere because the wheel is dangly.
The wheel is...
Dingly dangly when that happens.
Yep.
So we put the bonnet in the trusty Mercedes service position. And we left
Or
it
also known as the Mercedes broken down position.
broken
but
down ball
whatever.
joint position. And we just lifted it with the back end of a JCB and dragged it home.
Did you play the JCB song while you were doing it?
No.
I would love to sing some for reasons, but copyright will probably kick in. So
They would get us. And
Ms.
it
Loppy will
wouldn't
be like,
even
here, lad, that's my song about my dad and his JCB.
And it wouldn't even be worth it.
It wouldn't be worth it for the 3 people who would remember that song.
But
So what's the story with Monica then? Is that her
is
and
this
hero?
the end of Monica? I'll tell you what happened the week beforehand. The head gasket went. And what did we do? Do you remember what we did?
We bought something.
We bought a bottle of steel seal.
Oh, that's not what I thought you were gonna open with. We bought something else first.
We
We
No.
technically at the same time bought something else.
We-
But we'll get into that in a second. Sneak preview. Whoa. So
Whoa.
tell us what happened.
with Monica.
Yeah, head gasket.
Head gasket gone.
You got the head gasket delete.
Yeah. Weight reduction broke. We put steel seal in it. Steel seal seems to work. Because I drove it for a week before this happened.
Uh-huh.
And it was fine.
It was asking to be killed, Connor. This is like the euthanasia clinic in Switzerland, but it's the car killing clinic in Armagh.
Yeah. I don't know if it's the end for her or not. I don't know.
I think it is. I mean, looking at her, like...
I'd like to say her. They're not worth very much at the minute, that's the thing.
Yes, they are.
No, they're not.
They are, though. Well, no, sorry. Correction. People are asking a lot for them.
Yeah.
And it's a very important thing for the viewers to realise that what you are asking for something and what you actually get for something are two very different things.
They ain't the same thing.
Tell that to every culture in back arse of Wexford who thinks that his 124 Mercedes that's rotten is worth $4,000 because it's got a 300D in it.
Somebody will pay it, but it's not worth it.
It could be you.
It could be you.
It could be you. So, Connor, tell us, what did we do once on Hero Road?
After we didn't talk about ball joint failure,
Yes.
we did a little Facebook Marketplace browsing for another 124.
Well, here's the first good sign of the Mercedes that we just bought, because it leaves a trail of rust wherever it leaves.
Sill delete, bro. That's just weight reduction.
That's a good point. Before we reveal the vehicle, we should point out that like there are a bunch of sills sitting here.
eBay's finest. 124 sills and 123 sills because the 123 needs them.
This
is a special one-wing edition W124 estate.
And to be honest, it looked infinitely better when we took it home.
It did. It just wasn't.
Just wasn't.
Just wasn't. It needs a full set of sills on both sides.
Yep. You know what's really sad? There were people who really wanted to buy this and just hemmed and hawed about it, and they'd have bought it, took it apart like we have, and been extremely disappointed with it, and then probably scrapped it.
Possibly, yeah.
Like, people throw away cars so easily, and like that's coming from me, I suppose, who got rid of a 202 wagon and did some things to a Golf.
Oh yeah.
But like,
this
don't let things die so easily, people.
This will not be scrapped because
of what it is.
Because I have an aversion to actually throwing anything away.
Really?
Yeah. This won't be scrapped. So basically what we got here is a 2.3 litre, same as those other two are.
Okay.
124. But this one is a
wagon. And wagon is German for better.
Yes.
So, yes. So, talk us around it, my dude.
Well, you can see here this wing was obviously not very good, so we've taken it off.
You're going this direction, I guess I'll go this direction too.
Yeah.
Yeah, this wing...
Not very good.
Yeah.
The colour, by the way, lovely.
Ciao bella.
That's metallic, blue-black metallic.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. If it was actually clean, I'd show you.
Yeah.
Actually, that is quite nice. You can still see how nice it is. So fair enough. That's good.
So hopefully we're going to get the wings matched to the right colour for it. It needs a full set of tyres. It needs springs. It needs sills, like I say. Doors are pretty good. It's done this thing that all the wagons do, where the water gets through here. So
all the wagons do. How would you know, mister? I've seen one wagon.
Mister, I've seen two.
Oh, sorry.
Both the same thing.
Oh, that's a nice bit of repair.
Who did that?
Don't you criticise my work, son. Or you'll be doing all your own work.
Chris will be doing all my work.
I so it'll be done properly now. Great, thanks. Talk to us about the... Oh, Jesus, look at that. Oh, that's everything for it.
This part's for it, yeah.
Okay, that's a good sign. It's not just
that's not just junk in there. That's springs.
That's Autodoc's finest junk.
Yeah. Track rods. Ball joints. We're not going to talk about ball joint failure ever again.
Yeah, remember you weren't even going to buy those. You were like, oh, it'll be fine. And then me and Doyle were like... Don't you dare.
Ball joints. Got the squeeze boxes.
The squeeze box, really?
The squeezers. We got the stoppers.
What just fell off the side?
Was it a bit of...
Oh, nice. It's a bit of tidy masking.
It's good masking, actually.
Oh, aye. Looks it.
Because the aerial hull is rotted. Standard enough.
Standard.
But we'll be getting somebody who knows how to paint stuff to paint this.
So basically we're drafting in Mark, is that what you're
Yeah.
saying? Okay, fair enough.
I hope you know that, Mark.
I hope he
Got lots of
watches it. We're going to get a message of him just saying, no. I've given you an evaluation and it's no.
Best I can do is no.
But also, like, look at it. Isn't it? Well, if the boot was closed. But isn't it so cool?
I'd show you rear-facing jump seats if there wasn't all this crap in the way.
That's the thing. That was the best surprise of it all, was that it was a 7-seater.
No, the best surprise was we switched the CD player on and it was playing the Talking Heads.
Yes.
That's,
I guess that this must be the Merc.
That's what we value
What
in a car.
it's the Merc for, I do not know.
Oh, everything. Touring and transport.
So what the T stands
Yeah.
for, actually.
Yeah, this wing's really good as well. It's had a really good repair done on it by someone else as
let's
well.
have a look at that. Oh, babe.
So this wing will probably be
So many
replaced.
colours of dodgy repair.
What we'll have to do is get a good paint match on the metallic, which is easier said than done, as Easy E once said.
Easy E said
Easy
that.
E was trying to get his mercury spread in. That's what that song's about.
Is it?
Yeah,
I thought it was Jay-Z had the Merc.
they all did.
Everybody had a Benz back
They
then.
all had Benzes, and they were all.
Me
just
and
like-
Lorenzo were riding in a Benzo.
Yeah.
But Will Smith had a BM, so
Well, look where he is now. Successful.
more famous than anybody else we've just mentioned, really. Like,
Like Mercedes.
well, they better, because we've one more to show them.
Yes.
Let's go.
Where do you want to go? Over there?
I'm not walking all the way over there, like.
It's too far, isn't it?
Let's just take one of the cars. And of course, we couldn't do an intro to a new series without going back to where it all began, which is still where it all began.
There has been no progress, really.
We've done nothing. But it looks cool.
This is another one Chris could probably get running, because it's basically 2 Beetle carbs, right?
Pretty much, it's 2 Beetle carbs, apparently. I know nothing about carbs, despite having just purchased the Mark II Golf with carbs. But we'll get there. Yeah, so we've done, there's not even anything to show, just close it back down. Realistically, we've done bugger all on it, but we've had so many other projects going on that we just haven't been able to get back to it. Now, if we got it running, I'm sure the motivation would be there. Well, it is running, isn't it? It's just not happy.
Yeah.
But we just have that many other projects on at the minute, but we'll get there.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Yeah.
We did say it was the road to Goodwood, but we didn't say what year.
No, and everyone rightly pointed out it wasn't going to be that year anyway.
It really wasn't.
No.
And sure, here, we started this pre everything going on, so
We did actually, yeah, just
so
about.
we didn't lose any time because we wouldn't have got anywhere anyway. So there you go. That's a motivational / demotivational end to the start of the new series, I suppose. So hopefully you enjoyed watching our little quick update on everything going on. We'll start doing proper videos now again, and we have more in-depth stuff to talk about the cars we showed you earlier on. But for now, we again, finally, have been 427 Motorsports. I'm Tom O'Pattison.
I'm Connor Hughes.
Thanks for checking us out. Be sure to share and subscribe. Everybody knows how hard this stuff is to do, and even harder for us to actually get together and stand in front of a camera, it seems.
Yes.
But The appreciation goes a very long way and encourages us to keep doing it. So yeah, if you could subscribe and like and all that good stuff, and we'll see you in the next video, whatever that is and whenever it may be.
Hopefully soon.
Hopefully soon. So, good luck.
Good luck.